Hey guys, I've finally got my studio in a position where I feel like I can work out of it. So today I've just been kind of getting back in the swing of things. I've just ordered myself a thermal label printer and some eco packaging bags that I can start sending my orders in. And that was something that's been on my to-do list for a little while, and since I've been living here, so that I can start making orders and shipping them out again. So I've sorted that out this morning, and now I'm just going to make an order of 3 headbands that I need to ship today. And I might just try and tidy up the studio a bit more so that I can use the space, because I'm going to need to use my sewing machine. I don't know if you can see right now, but just through that glass there is my sewing desk, but it's currently covered in other things, so I can't really use it until I tidy it up. But I've got this part of the office looking really nice and usable. There's still, you know, things in places that I want to move eventually, but I can work in here, so that's really good. And I've got this beautiful sunlight coming through my window just over here, and an amazing view over Melbourne. So I'll show you guys my little setup, and then I will just film making these headbands. Find the foot to my sewing machine, but I think it might be in the bottom of one of my plastic containers. I found it. So far making these headbands today has been a real test of how well my space is set up and do I actually know where everything is. So I couldn't find one of the fabrics I needed, and it was at the bottom of one of my big stacks of like 50-litre plastic containers. And then I couldn't find the foot for my machine, but it was in, I have a few of this size plastic container as well. And then I realized there was a bunch of other things I was going to need that were in this box anyway, like my bobbins. I have like packaging materials and things like that in those boxes there, so I've just realized where I had those. And just little things as well, like my lint roller, which I always go over my headbands with when I'm finished because they get dusty sometimes, just the fabric sitting around. So I found that, and I'm still just kind of cramming into a small space to try and sew these and cut them out. But as I kind of make them, I've been finding all these things and slowly getting my space into a more workable state. So I can now set up my sewing machine. The only thing I'm not sure about is my cone stand that I have for my large cones of thread to go through my sewing machine. It's like a disc like that with a metal rod sticking out of it. Well, I have the metal rod, but I don't know where the part that it sits in is, and I'm not sure if it got lost in moving or not, so I'm wondering if I should just order a new one, because it also is probably broken if they're separate. So yes, anyway, I'm gonna sew these headbands now. Okay, so I got as far as getting my sewing machine on the table with the foot pedal plugged in, and then realized I couldn't find the plug because it's a separate cable. I have no idea where it is because we had movers pack all of our stuff, courtesy of Curtis's company. So I didn't pack everything. I packed some things and I put some things like in groups, but I thought I had put the cable with my sewing machine bag, but I have no idea where it is now. So I thought about going to JB Hi-Fi and just buying a new one, but I think they're at least $20. And I thought I had seen one around the house, because it's one of those two-prong, looks like a figure eight on the end of the cable, so they're pretty common. But Curtis thinks that he might have a spare one in his stuff, so he's actually on his way home now because he just had a short day today. So I'm gonna wait for him to come home and save me. And in the meantime, I think I might just go and get the post bag that I'm gonna need to send this order, and maybe just do some tidying around the office so that I can work in here a bit easier. Yeah, let's kind of put a stall on my progress, but that's okay. I kind of knew it was going to be a bit tricky getting back into sewing the first day just because I knew there'd be stuff in weird places, but I didn't think it would be this bad because this means I really can't do any work until I get one of those cables. So anyway. Hey guys, it is Wednesday today. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday. And I've just been out to get this. I spoke to you guys yesterday about how I had to look everywhere for the cable for my sewing machine, and Curtis ended up actually coming home from work early and helping me get down a really heavy box that we'd put up above our wardrobe that was too high for me. So lucky for me, because I needed his help, and we were looking in there for a spare cord, which is actually the same as this, but that's another story. We were looking for a spare one, and I'm going through the box and I find my actual sewing machine cord. And I can tell it's my actual sewing machine cord because I'll show you why. So this is my actual sewing machine cord, and you can see the cable is very chewed. I wouldn't recommend having a cord like this. Probably could pose some potential risks, but I've been taping over the chew marks from Pepper with electrical tape. This one needs to be redone. Clearly it's coming off. But that's how I knew this was my actual cord, and it was in the box, and I was like, oh my god, that's my actual cord. So I got that. So I was able to use my sewing machine yesterday and make those headbands, which I will have shown you by now that I finished the headbands yesterday and sent them off. But then when I went to print the invoice that I normally put in the package, I realized I was also missing my printer cable, which happened to be the same kind of cable. Long story short, we pulled the boxes down again and couldn't find another cord in there. I tested my sewing machine cable with the printer and it did work, but I wanted to have it set up so that I could use both of them at the same time, obviously. So I just went to JB Hi-Fi and got a new one. It was only $10, so not too bad. So I'm now going to get my printer set up. It's on its side at the moment just because I need to get to the PowerPoint at the back of it. I found these command strips in our stuff that we were going through sorting out. I'm going to try and attach, what do you call the like adapter with the 4 plugs in it. I'm going to try and attach one of them to the side of this bookshelf here because there's a PowerPoint down next to that, and I want to be able to reach the PowerPoint without leaning over all my plants all the time. So I'm going to attach, it doesn't reach all the way up to the top of the shelf, which is why I have to attach it to the side. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to set up my printer. I'm going to get this sorted. So it's 4:20 on Wednesday afternoon, and I'm gonna finish up working for the day soon, but I got my printer set up and I've got everything I kind of need to be able to make orders and stuff like that just about ready to go, except that I haven't got my sewing machine and overlocker set up just yet, but I had them set up here yesterday and that was fine. And I might end this vlog here. I hope you've enjoyed seeing bits and pieces about the new place in Melbourne, and I'm really excited to keep sharing that with you guys. It's pretty cool living in a new city, and I had been in the same place for over 10 years, so it's a nice change. But if you guys are enjoying it, please let me know by liking the video and leaving a comment, and if you want to see more videos, then subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later.